EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the beautiful city of Seattle. We welcome you inside Lumen Field, the home of the Seahawks. Tonight on Sunday Night Primetime, it's the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks. So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico next to Greg Olson here in the booth. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. On the return, it's Robinson. Woo! And they'll force him out of bounds right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
DC, ready? DC.
Now it's a bootleg with Jackson. On the run to the right. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one, and it'll be second down.
I like the aggressiveness early in the game, right out of the gate. Make the defense realize we are going to challenge you downfield, and what that does is it opens everything else up. Now, you got to hit a couple of these, and don't be surprised if they go back to a deep shot here pretty quickly.
And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A gain there of 15. First down, Seattle.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets, and if he continues to make plays like that, their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
On first and 10, Jackson. Rolling to the left. And nice work there. Going to a slide and gain about 7.
Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
DC, ready?
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 3. On the ground, this is James Cook. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
13, pretty lucky here. Back-to-back gains of 13. And another first down.
Let's give some love to the big guys up front here, Mike. The offensive line is looking good here early to start the game. Couple nice big explosive runs. Expect them to continue to lean on the big guys up front as the rest of this game unfolds.
First and 10. Play action now. Jackson. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
And they got the look they were hoping for, one-on-one on the outside. He's just unable to hold on to it through contact, and I think that was a big opportunity missed.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. Jackson. Get it out quickly to Higgins. And nice work there after the catch. He's a little short of the first down after a gain of 7.
That's a gain of 7.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nick bolted. And the Niners are going to get the football here. They force the INT on the game's opening drive.
At their own 25-yard line.
From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 18, Pioneer.
And that one incomplete. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Second and 10.
19 Wyatt.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Out to his right. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kyler Gordon. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. And the defense comes up with the first points of this one. It is a pick 6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick 6.
Tries extra point, up and good. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And there'll be no return forthcoming, so the ball comes out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Chop alert! Here we go, back! 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Let go.
They'll run, and for the first time, it's Jonathan Brooks. And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Come on, come on. 65,
Willis. That's complete. It's Ladd McConkey. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Left side, catch made by McConkey. And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
This is a great example of where just having situational awareness is so critical in the huddle. When every one of those receivers, Mike, breaks the huddle and go line up, they've got to know where that first down marker is. If your route calls, get by it, secure the catch, and bring up a fresh set of downs.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. That is a big gain for the 49ers. A pickup of 44 yards.
At the 11-yard line.
So it's man coverage, Mike. You have to keep track of who your responsibility is. And in this case, he just drops him. He's wide open, short throws, turn into long runs, and they're inside the red zone.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
At the 9-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a design run. Still keeping the legs moving, somehow managing to turn that into a gain.
A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Ready? Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Hurt.
In motion now, it's Collins. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Hinton.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Like, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
And the big man in the middle swallows him up right at the line of scrimmage. And I think the next time this offensive play caller decides to go to the ground game, Mike, I bet he's going to find a different place along that defensive front to attack.
It's on. Sit on. Ready? Sit on.
Jackson now on second down. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity. But with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
On third down, Jackson. Coming open, that's the tight end likely. A gain of 17 yards. First down, Seattle.
These third down conversions are just so important. Like, everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Again, it's Jackson. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. They picked up 17 through the air. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. Greg and I back in the Great Northwest in a moment. Seahawks football beginning this second quarter as they've got it with first and 10. Jackson up top again. Downfield, he's got the big target, Jennings. And he's in! Jawan Jennings. Touchdown, Seattle. That is second TD catch of the season. Slides extra point, up and good. And the Seahawks move out on top, 14-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Ready up. Let's go. Ready.
He'll get this out to the left flat.
Complete to number 0. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 40-yard line.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's second down and 4.
Here we go.
To throw, here's Willis. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long.
Panther 80. Panther 11. 19 Lions. Go.
Willis now to throw. And it's that rookie 3rd-round pick. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. They'll start on the ground with Cook. And he'll work this past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. Short, complete to Likely. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
We change it.
The shotgun, here's Jackson. He finds his big receiver, that's Jennings. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a 1st down. On the handoff, this is Cook. Finds an alley to the 35. And he will score! James Cook, touchdown Seahawks. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And, Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about. And they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
49ers nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
Hold ready.
A run with Brooks to begin this drive. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and That's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
It's a pickup of 12. It's good for a Niners first down.
Back to 60, back to 60.
And the 49ers first down.
Again, it is Brooks. And he gets this up close to the 40. Keanu Benton there for the stop.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. Pistol snap to Willis. That's into the hands of Jonathan Brooks. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
Now, obviously, there's never a good time to fumble the ball. It's probably the thing that teams stress the most is ball security. But it makes it a little bit easier knowing that your own team was able to fall on top of it, and at least you can maintain possession.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We're back to Seattle after this. A couple of first downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Willis. In trouble, and down he goes. Tuipulotu in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
It's 2nd down.
Willis now to throw. And they're going to get him a second time. He goes down again. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Brooks. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd, as they'll discuss what's to come. 4th down is looming. That is taken at the 10. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
Report.
To throw is Jackson. In trouble, and down he goes. Byron Murphy in there for the sack. Loss of 10 yards to start this drive. Second down, Jackson. The pressure gets there again, and again he goes down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3rd and long for Jackson. This throw right is taken in by 5. Timeout 49ers. That is their 2nd. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime. This fielded inside the 35. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Here's Willis. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
Malik Willis.
18.
It's 2nd down.
Willis to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing is Willis. He's going to air this one out, and this will be incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Jack Fox.
Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. From the 6, here comes a return. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's first and 10. On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's 3. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers. Trying this
to the goal line and in. Jay Flowers. Touchdown, Seattle. His 6th touchdown now for the season. Slide, that's the point. Up and good. And the Seahawks are able to extend the advantage to 28-0. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Now return coming from the 7. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here we go, Jack.
They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14.
Here we go, here we go. Ready.
Another try with Brooks. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
So you find yourself in second and long. What you're thinking here as the play caller is just get this into a manageable third down situation. But after that rush attempt and that big gain, they now find themselves in third and short, which makes it nice. They can run or pass.
They'll try and run it with Brooks.
I like that call on third down, keeping the ball on the ground. You see so often these defenses, Mike, on third down, they bring out more defensive backs. They bring out some smaller bodies. They're anticipating third down pass. There's a lot of opportunities to take advantage of it with third down run.
That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
Pass the 60, pass the 60. Ready.
Now Willis. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Markham at the 48-yard line. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far, but that one gives him a first down. They'll come up here, first and 10.
Come on. 70, Timberwolf. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready, ready.
Throwing, Willis. That's to the right side, and incomplete. Ladd McConkey, the one he was looking for. And it'll lead to a second down.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Steady.
On a handoff, Brooks. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up third down.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
To throw is Willis. He'll look deep, left sideline. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big-time play for the Niners. It's a gain of 34. They can still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Willis. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Nico Collins. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Well, after being shut out in the first half, it has to feel good for this offense, Mike, to just get on the board, get something going. But now the question we have to ask is there enough time to come all the way back?
Yeah, just some belief, right, Greg? Just let's watch these guys on the next few drives. Did that give them a little belief that they can stay in this game? Best way to start with that score. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Robinson. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. On the ground, it's Cook to start this drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Allen Oliver in on the tackle.
At the 41. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 6. Here's Jackson. A throw on the move is caught. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
That's good.
It's a gain of 12 there. First down, Seattle.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Cook. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Cook. And there's defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's 3rd down.
A gain of 2.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
A loss of 2 yards.
Kicking time for the Seahawks. They'll punt this one away.
Jack Fox.
As they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And this is going to set up a long field ahead. Backed up as it is touchdown inside the 10.
Ready, check. 60 average, 60 average. Here we go, check. Ready.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger, up past the 25. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
A gain of 22 yards. And the 49er first down.
Mustang 19. 70 Timberwolf. Panther 11. Panther 11.
They'll look to throw. They go right back to Collins. He's got it again. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. Why not go back to him? That one good for 20 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 20.
19 Lions.
San Francisco.
19 tight. 50 Bobcats. 50 Bobcats. Dragon 6.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Ready? Hot 70, hot 70.
To throw, here's Willis. Here comes the screen to Brooks. And he'll get about 12 yards here as he's out of bounds. That'll make things a little easier on third down.
After that first down sack, I think we both kind of looked at each other and said, all right, well, there goes this drive. But a really nice job there in the passing game on second down. That big chunk brings them from second and long to now at least third and manageable.
He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And the defense can't come up with a stop there. Gain of 7 and a first down.
On the jump. 6 the Eagles. 6-2. Cut 19. Cut 19. Ready?
Willis now to throw. Exiting the pocket right. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Forced to his right, taking off, and he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down.
17 yards. That's another 49er first down.
18 ready. 18 ready.
In motion now, it's Collins.
50. Ready?
In the red zone now, he'll drop to throw. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Next, here we go. Ready?
Out of the gun, he'll throw. That one taken in. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Past midfield. Look at him go. And he's going to take this 92 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Slide at the point, up and good. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. A short one taken at the 10. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. outside and hauled in by McConkey.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Throwing, Willis. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. 18 yards on the pickup there. First down, 49ers.
And the 49er first
19
down.
Lions.
First and 10 at the 49.
Willis now to throw.
Tuli Kumotu on the stop. A big loss on the play. Brings up second down.
Now, faking the give. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
18.
Throwing now on third and long. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. Truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's going to take a shot. Sends it down the middle. His offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position. Jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway. So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 11. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game. The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
Brings up third and 4.
Here's a third down and 4. On third down, they go with Cook. First down and more inside the 15. And he'll take this one in. James Cook, touchdown Seahawks. Second touchdown of the game. Season total now up to 5. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
operating from their own 23. They'll begin 1st and 10.
7 Tigers, 18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals, 19, 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Here's Willis. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Unfortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
Ready?
In motion now, it's Collins. Willis to throw. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, Snake, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
He'll look to throw. And over the middle and take it in. He's got it. And he's going to have a Niners 1st down. As the defense nowhere to be found. They picked up 20 on 4th down. Throwing is Willis. And he cannot get away. Brought down. And that sack will bring us to the 2-minute warning.
Ready? Red, Buffalo 18, 60 Eagles, 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Trap 50, trap 50. Lightning 18, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Now Willis. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
And really, it's the interceptions that continue to be a problem, and he's lucky he didn't add to that total. I mean, defender had an opportunity to add another one to the mix, and he just has to do a better job making decisions, finding the open target, and stop forcing back throws. You got to catch them all, Mike. That's what you get paid to do. Not every ball is going to be perfectly thrown, and this is a great example. When you give maximum effort on every play on the field, man, it's funny how good things just tend to happen.
Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Edgerrin Cooper. And the Seahawks will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And that should be the final dagger in this one. I mean, barring something dramatic happening here, Mike, I just don't think there's enough time or possessions left in this game to pull off any sort of comeback.
The defense still has 3 timeouts. We'll see if they decide to use them here as the offense starts taking a knee. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play. From the gun, Jackson. Short, incomplete to Likely. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done.
And it's been this elite pass defense that's made things very challenging for the offense so far, and that's only his first catch of the game. But, you know, sometimes, Mike, it's just that one play that gets you going, so we'll see if that's the case here.
So the 12th man,